Hi, my name is Brian. I'm a master technician here at Wittmeier Auto Center. Part of our used vehicle inspection is to examine the interior of the vehicle to make sure, for one thing, that safety features are included and operational, as well as other interior features of the vehicle are there and working and in proper order. So part of the vehicle interior inspection is inspecting the safety devices such as airbags and seat belts, making sure that they're operational and that the system is working properly. So the way we check the airbag system is turning the key on and making sure that the airbag light proves out. If the airbag light proves out and it doesn't flash, then the airbag system is working correctly. So checking the operation of the seat belts as well, making sure that they click in, they're secure on all three ends, and that they release. So part of the interior inspection is making sure that everything that is inside of the vehicle works properly. Here we have the radio, the sound system, the navigation, air conditioning, steering wheel controls, turn signal, switch, dash illumination, really a little bit of everything. So we just go through and make sure that everything works properly. The dash illumination, you can see that the dash is dimming. So making sure that the entire sound system is operational, all the buttons work, and that the sound is good. So one of the checks is making sure that the navigation system is operational. And while on a test drive, putting in a destination, making sure that the map will be followed on the navigational system. So making sure the steering wheel buttons work, making sure that they select if they have gauges that are electronic, that the steering wheel buttons work, making sure that all of them do work, making sure that they'll select, and then you have the volume buttons for the radio.
Emergency. Get your metabolite emergency supply.
Seek buttons. And if the vehicle is equipped with sync or other auxiliary device function, seeing if those buttons work.
Please say a command.
Making sure that the anti-theft system, if the vehicle is equipped with it, operates properly. So making sure that the heating and air conditioning systems work properly, along with the directional flow of the air from the vents, such as the defroster panel, face, foot. If it has rear air conditioning, making sure that the rear air conditioning and heating systems are working properly as well. If the vehicle is equipped with a telescoping or tilting wheel, we'll check the operation of that. If it's manual, making sure that it works, moves freely, and then locks into position. If it's power, making sure that all the motor functions work properly and that the steering wheel moves as it's designed. And the setting of the clock. The steering column lock, if equipped. Horn. Warning chimes. Instrument panel and warning lights. The interior courtesy dome and map lights. If equipped during nighttime, if there's an auto dimming rear view mirror, that rear view mirror will detect when there's a vehicle behind you with high beams or headlights that are too bright, and it'll dim that light down so you don't have a lever to flip. Checking operation of the rear view mirrors, making sure that all the power motors work. If equipped with power and or manual. So if equipped, we check the operation of the vehicle's rear backup camera by placing the vehicle into reverse and making sure that there's a visual display of what's behind the vehicle. Adjustable pedals, if equipped. The the power outlets and lighter. Making sure that if the vehicle is equipped with a center console or an armrest lid, that the latch works properly as well as the hinges. We'll check the condition of the carpet of the vehicle to make sure that it's in good shape. Make sure there's no holes in the carpet. Any discoloration or spots will be addressed to see if they can be cleaned, anything like that. But if the carpet's in good shape, then we'll go ahead and leave it and clean it. Part of the carpet inspection is looking at the floor mats to see the condition that they're in, to see if there's any holes from heels or tears or anything like that. Make sure that they're in good condition. They'll be cleaned, shampooed if they're salvageable. If not, then we get a new set of them for the vehicle. Inspecting the interior door trim panels for any nicks, scrapes, make sure they're not broken. Make sure that everything interior to the door panel to the vehicle is operational and functional. Inspecting the headliner, making sure it's not loose or torn. Make sure there's no pieces falling down and that everything is installed properly. Inspecting the seats for proper operation. If they are power, making sure that the reclining portion operates, as well as the height adjustment and tilt. We'll inspect the upholstery of the seating to make sure that there's no burns or tears, any stains, anything like that that can't be cleaned or repaired. If they can, they'll be cleaned and repaired, but if not, then we'll replace the covers. If the vehicle is equipped with child integrated seat anchoring, making sure that they're not loose and installed properly. Making sure that the sunroof works properly, tilts if equipped, and slides, opens, and closes. Making sure that if the vehicle's a convertible, that the convertible top goes down and doesn't bind, and that everything works properly. Making sure that the interior door handles work properly, along with child safety lock mechanisms if equipped, as well as the power windows and switches. The door locks and unlocks with the switches. We inspect the windshield and the windshield wipers along with the washer system to make sure that everything's operational and that the wipers clear the windshield of any debris and that they don't streak and they're not torn. In vehicles with trunks, making sure that the trunk is operational, making sure that the trunk struts hold the trunk lid up, that it closes and latches properly. The vehicles with trunks have a safety release for inside of the trunk. In case of an accidental child getting locked inside of the trunk of the car, there's usually a handle that glows in the dark that the child can release to make sure that they can get out of the trunk safely. On vehicles that are equipped with a jack and toolkit, we ensure that they're installed as an accessory to the vehicle. We'll inspect the spare tire for the sidewall condition, make sure it's a proper size for the vehicle, as well as the tread depth, and make sure that the air pressure is set to this vehicle's specifications. So to ensure that the safety release handle works, we lock a technician in it and make sure that he can get out from inside of the trunk safely without harm.